Here we go. I am a sympathetic person. Yeah, I would say that's true. I focus on details rather than the overall idea. I have a really big problem with that. That was part of the reason studying was really hard for me in college, because I would memorize all like the little details and I wouldn't know the broad concepts. I did it completely backwards. I always notice how food feels in my mouth, and this is more important to me than how it tastes. Yeah, I'm weird about textures for sure. I miss my best friends or family when we are apart for a long time. This is where I wish the answers weren't so black and white. Because I feel like obviously I do miss my friends and my family, but if we're talking about like in relation to other people, I do feel like I struggle with this more than others. That is like feedback that I get a lot from my friends and my family, is that like they feel like I'm out of sight, out of mind. Like when they're not there, I forget to think about them. And that's something I have to make like a really conscious, as in like set reminders for myself to like contact people and get in touch, because I guess I am kind of out of sight, out of mind. But obviously I do miss them, but maybe not in the same way that most other people do. I'm gonna put never true because I feel like that's what they're getting at. Like, am I like most other people in regards to missing my friends and family? I think maybe not. So I'm gonna say never true. Others consider me odd or different. How am I supposed to answer this question? It depends on who you're asking. Because you guys would like to say that I'm normie, but I do have friends who think I'm really weird. Who think I'm very weird. I'm in a weird spot where like I'm too normie for some of my friends, and I'm not normie enough for other friends. I'm in this like weird in-between place. I'll say true then. I understand when friends need to be comforted. Ooh, I do now, but I really struggled with that when I was a kid. I learned to do this because I had friends who basically were like, you suck and you're never there for me when I need you, and I had to learn how to do that. I get extremely upset when the way I like to do things is suddenly changed. I feel called out by this question. I keep lists of things that interest me, even when they have no practical use. For example, sports statistics, train schedules, calendar dates, historical facts, and dates. Why are they calling people out? Okay, it's okay to have special interests. What the heck? I have been told that I have an unusual voice. Yeah. Everyone thinks I sound like a baby. I don't think I sound like a baby. Sometimes a thought or a subject gets stuck in my mind and I have to talk about it, even if no one is interested. Yeah, This is why I love Twitter. This is where Twitter saved my life. Because now I can just tweet into the void. And I get it all off my chest, I get all my thoughts out, but nobody is obligated to respond to me. This is why Twitter saved my life. I owe my life to Twitter. I like things to be exactly the same day after day, and even small changes in my routine upsets me. I like order. I like chaos too. I like organized chaos. You see? Wow. Best of luck on the test. Hey, it's not a test that you can fail, right? It's not a test that you can fail, right? The same sound sometimes seems very loud or very soft, even though I know it has not changed. This is very true. I have this really bad with like people eating. I know a lot of people struggle with that, but like I'll be sitting by someone and they'll be eating and it won't bother me. And then all of a sudden it'll sound so loud. It's just like a flip switches. And now I can hear like every particle of spit swishing in their mouth, and it's like insanely loud. I don't like to be hugged or held. I don't like these questions. I just feel like this one's hard to answer. I think compared to like maybe other people, I'm definitely not much of a hugger. I didn't grow up in the kind of family that like hugged all the time. I can't really relax if someone is touching me. I don't find that very relaxing. I relax best when I am not in physical contact with another person. But I also don't like hate being hugged. Well, I guess it's one of those things, like, I'm sure there's other people who also feel that way too. Like, you learn really, really quickly when you're younger. If someone offers you a hug, right, or any sort of physical contact, and you reject it, they automatically just don't like you. Or I shouldn't say they don't like you, but they feel negatively towards you. And it's just unavoidable. Even if they can like understand and sympathize with, like, oh, it's not about me as a person, they're just like not a hugger, or they just don't, you know, they're not a touchy-feely person. You've still rejected physical contact from them, and it makes them feel bad. You made them feel bad about themselves, and therefore they have a bad feeling about you. And it's just absolutely unavoidable. Like, even, you know what I mean? I'm sure there are people who could be chill about it, but I just feel like for the most part, I feel like in my life at least, I learned really quickly that it just wasn't worth it. Like, the unpleasantness I might feel from just hugging the person was so much less than like having this awkward social interaction where essentially I've hurt their feelings and made them uncomfortable. So I've just always been like, you know what, if someone goes in for the hug, then you just get a hug, man. And maybe because it's been like that, I've gotten very used to them. So I would say I don't really mind. I really don't mind. If I only got a hug, like, you know, a few times a month, I think I'd be fine. I don't think I would never want to be hugged. And sometimes I do like it. Like, for example, like some, I don't know, it's really circumstantial. It's gotta be like the right place, the right time. Cause when I was hanging out with the girls for Off-Kai, I hugged Ember. That's right. I hugged Ember. The time and the place was right. And it felt nice. And it was a pleasant experience. That's right, be jealous. So there definitely are times. Anyways, this question makes it hard for me to answer. Cause I just feel like it's not black and white, you know? Maybe I'm overthinking it. And there are circumstances where I can enjoy a hug. I like when my mom hugs me. Did Ember hug you before or after she kissed you expecting tongue? Get out of here. That's for me to know. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna say never true. When I go somewhere, I have to follow a familiar route, or I can get very confused and upset. Oh no. I hate how true that is for me. I like to have close friends, yes. Oh, we're almost done! People tell me that I give too much detail. No! This one really feels like it calls me out. Listen, I like the details. I like the minutia. I find it very interesting, and I think all of you should hear about it too. I think I should tell you all the details that I know. Yeah, more detail is better. The more the better, the more the better. I tend to point out other people's mistakes. Only when I grew out of that. I grew out of that so fast. Alright, a score of 68. What do my scores mean? Okay, wait, so what was I, 68? At 50, you have some autistic traits, but likely not autistic. 65 is the minimum score at which autism is considered. Starting at 90, these are your stronger indications. 130, the mean score of autistic people, strong evidence for autism. Very strong autism. I mean, very strong evidence. You have very strong autism. Your autism is so strong. I think this feels right. This is basically what I said the other day, right? When I was talking about it. Like, I definitely feel like I have, like, markers, but it's so inconsequential at the end of the day that it just doesn't feel like it matters. Fine then. Goodbye. Goodbye then. Goodbye forever.